Hey y'all, it's Lindsay. I am going to take you along with me as I share a what I eat in a day video. I do try to focus on high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. I do have a ton of these videos out here on my channel. A lot of times I film these because it helps me to be mindful of what I'm eating rather than forget about eating altogether or just constantly snack throughout the day. We do tend to have a fairly busy summer happening this year. We have swim lessons. I am doing sort of like a mini summer semester with our homeschooling. We've got errands to run. We moved into this house about a month and a half ago, and there's just always seems to be more errands to run after moving into a new place. So, anyway, let's get started with breakfast. Guess what? It's eggs for breakfast. I have 3 hard-boiled eggs that I split in half, and then I cooked them up over here in a little bit of butter. And then I added about, I don't know, a teaspoon, almost half a tablespoon of my homemade mayonnaise to each one. And then a swirl of sriracha because I like the spicy sriracha. And I've got, this is actually my second cup of black coffee here. So I'm going to go drink the rest of that. And yeah, if I feel like I need more food after this, I will show it to you. As per usual, I have more tasks that I try to accomplish before swim lessons than should really be permitted. And we are running a smidge behind. So I've got a cup of coffee here. Ooh, ran into the fridge. A cup of coffee right here. I'm going to just keep this black for today. And I will probably put fat into my coffee in the afternoon cup that I have. We gotta go. Here is lunch today. I decided to clear out a few leftovers from the refrigerator. The other day, my husband grilled a bunch of walleye fillets, fresh caught, and they were really tasty. To reheat these, I know that sounds absolutely terrible to reheat fish, but I popped it into my air fryer for just probably 3, maybe 4 minutes and warmed it through, and it contained any smell. There's actually not really a smell to this walleye, so that's exciting. I squirted a whole bunch of my homemade mayonnaise and some sriracha. It's a mayo sriracha kind of day. And then I added on some shredded cabbage that I pan fried, and there was a little bit of broccoli left, so I snagged one of those. And I have to talk to you about this voodoo magic right here. This is Perfect Keto Daily Electrolytes in black cherry. I don't know what kind of magic they have worked, but this right here tastes like the Kool-Aid. It's wild. Also, it has such a beautiful color. And I do have my iodine drops in there as well. Hang on a minute, let me talk to you. I don't know what era you grew up in, but when I was a small child, it was one of the funnest things ever, funnest is not a word, to go and grab one of the Kool-Aid packets, rip it open, dip your finger in it, and eat that. I mean, I know you would also color your hair with the Kool-Aid and all that mess, but eating the Kool-Aid powder was one of those rites of passage when I was a child. These black cherry keto electrolytes, oh my word, it tastes like the black cherry Kool-Aid packet. It just I got a little on my finger, so, naturally I licked it off because I don't want to waste it. And my finger was clean. I was like, did I just literally rip open a Kool-Aid packet of black cherry? This is banana sandwich. What is this? Oh, magic. Insanity. I don't just love, I love the black cherry flavor. That's phenomenal. That's my current favorite. The pink lemonade is fine. It's fine and dandy. It's good. My husband really likes that with lime juice, like fresh squeezed lime juice, and like sparkling water, club soda, or like a bubbly or something. This one's my favorite so far. All day or a day. Now that little jaunt down memory lane is finished, I'm gonna go eat this lunch, and I'll see you in a bit. It is 3:15. I really felt good about that lunch that I ate. I felt full. The black cherry electrolytes, I should have started with those. True story. I should have started with those. I think those may have been out of stock when I first ordered electrolytes from Perfect Keto. if I forgot to mention it earlier, in my description, I do have a link to Perfect Keto along with a 20% off coupon code that if you wanted to use, I would be so honored. All right, I want to make a cup of fatty coffee. What are we putting in this, Lindsay? What are we putting in this? Let's find what we're putting in this. I figured out why the cinnamon toast MCT oil powder worked well with the butter. It's because butter goes on toast. Duh. That was in a recent What I Eat in a Day video. I think though I'm actually going to use some salted caramel because that is a huge favorite of mine. And I am going to go ahead and put in a little bit of regular virgin coconut oil. It's unrefined, so it's just pure coconut oil. I have been sort of fighting the pure coconut oil train in my hot drinks, but Amy at Carnivore's Angel is convincing me I need to do it, so I'm going to practice doing that a little more regularly. So I'm gonna do that now. This coffee frothed beautifully, and I'm gonna go enjoy that before I have to figure out what dinner is. The coffee was good. Having the coconut oil in it is definitely not my ideal situation, but it definitely fattied it up. But I made some keto-friendly crackers last night, popped them in my dehydrator down in the basement, and they are done. I made 4 giant crackers. Like, these are massive. And between me and my husband, we've eaten about 2/3 of one. There was only 1 cup of egg whites in there, and then it's got my baking blend in it. So I don't exactly know how much protein it is per serving. I'm gonna guesstimate a serving to be about 1/4 of one of these ginormous crackers. They turn into little, like, massive tostadas almost. They're a fantastically neutral vehicle for things. Husband was eating like pepper jack cheese and pepperoni with it, and he said it was a good vehicle for that. So I do not have a recipe video for that. I possibly should put one out at some point. I'll put it on the list. In the meantime, I have decided what we're doing for dinner. I'm going to make frittata with a whole bunch of those eggs that we have. This lighting is not ideal. This lighting looks a little bit better, I think, perhaps? Question mark. So frittata for dinner. We've got loads of eggs, and eggs are amazing. I love eggs. They're like one of my top favorite foods. So we've got a whole bunch of eggs. I've got some bell peppers. I have ground sausage to cook up and add as some more flavor to a frittata. And obviously we're gonna have cheese, a ton of cheese. Here is dinner. So I made a frittata with the ground sausage, some colorful peppers, a little bit of onion, some eggs, cheese, and I did put a little bit of my homemade yogurt in my egg mixture to kind of floof it up a little bit. And then we have broccoli here. That is going to be dinner. Pre-bedtime meal. I have about 2/3 of a cup of my homemade Greek yogurt, and I mixed in half a scoop of the, if it will focus, strawberry MCT oil powder. This adds the extra fat, and it adds delightful flavor. I have 1 cup of decaf coffee here. I did put a splash of cream in there because I'm definitely feeling more hungry than I thought I would. I guess my dinner was just not quite enough for me tonight. All right. That is going to wrap up my food for today. I am going to leave you there. I really appreciate you watching today. It helps me so much to be mindful of what I'm doing when I realize that I'm trying to film it throughout the day. I don't know if that's super helpful to y'all, but it is really helpful to me, and that's why I keep doing it. So it's a little insight into me. I can always rebel against everything. And one thing I've found to be consistent for me is if I purpose to film the day, or at least the food I'm eating throughout the day, I generally stick to it. There have been some times when I've just spaced on things entirely, but here lately, it has been a really good way for me to maintain my focus on what I'm doing, when I'm eating, how often I'm snacking, all of that mess. So I really, I appreciate your viewership and listening to me talk. And I hope to see you in my next video.